All right, there we go. Now reporting live from YouTube and Instagram, for real this time. um, for those of y'all who have not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on Instagram, make sure you go to jknowscredit.com. I'm sorry, youtube.com/jknowscredit and subscribe there. If you're on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and follow me on Instagram at JAY There's no underscores, no spaces, nothing like that. Just Jay Knows Credit. So, but we are reporting live from Instagram and from YouTube right now. Salute to everybody. I'm going to talk about this more on the risk of the banks and the risk on the people and all those type of things. So you can actually understand, how your credit works and why people get denials and why you get approved and all that type of stuff. A lot of people don't really even understand how it works on the back end. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of insight on that if you don't already know. If you do already know, fantastic. Don't make it like, oh, Jay, we already know that. There are a lot of people who do not know this information. So just be courteous to those people who just don't know. Okay. Now, when you're looking at getting a loan or a credit card, you gotta look at the risk of what the banks are taking on. You might say, well, Jay, I have a 730 credit score, 750 credit score, but I applied for the American Express card and they denied me. But my credit says that my credit is good. What you don't understand is that your credit score doesn't mean as much as you think it means. It's really all about the credit power that you have. Well, Jay, how do I attain credit power? The way you get credit power is through history. The more history you have that is on time history, the more power you have. That's why a person can have a 650 credit score and get a house, get 10 credit cards, and you have a 750 and you can get nothing. Because the person with the 650 has more power than you. They might just have high credit card utilization, and that's why their score is lower. But you only have some authorized users on your account, or you only have that student loan on your credit, or you might have that car payment. So you say, well, I got a car payment, so I should be able to get loans, I should be able to get credit cards. And that's not what that means. They might give you one, but they may give you $1,000. They're not going to give you no $10,000, $20,000 like that just by having one installment. Is there a, I guess, alternative to the rule? Yes. There are some people who might apply and they might just pop up and get 10K, or it might have happened to them 5 years ago, where they might say, well, yo, that's not true because I just had a car loan on my credit 5 years ago and they gave me 20K and that's all I had. But that's not today. Like today it's a little bit different. It's not just about, oh, my score is this, I have this one thing reporting, and that's how you get money. That's not the way it works. So going to the bank side, if a bank is going to give you money, keep in mind it's a bank. The bank has to manage risk and reward for them. The reward for them is you actually paying the money back. The risk to them is that you're not going to pay none of the money back. So the way they decipher that is not just a score. The score is just one factor. They might have an across the board where they give you something for a score. Okay? But that's not the main ingredient. The main ingredient is going to be your history, your inquiries, how many new accounts you have, how long those accounts have been open. And of course, on-time payments or lack of on-time payments. Okay? So the bank side of it is like, okay, now this person might have 2 positive accounts, 1 installment, 1 credit card. But they also have a charge off that had 4 late payments on it. Even though it's closed on their credit, it's still showing 4 late payments that happened in 2018. So that bank is going to look at, okay, this person's high risk because they couldn't even pay on time 4 times last year. So why should we give this person a credit card of 10K, 20K, 30K when they can't even manage, let's say it was a car payment. You missed a car payment. Like this person missed a car payment. How are they gonna do when they got a credit card? They missed what gets them back and forth to freaking work. They missed a mortgage payment 11 times throughout a 30-year period. If they're gonna miss that, not saying that whole 30 years matters to that scoring, but I'm just saying if they missed payments on that, us as a bank, if I'm the banker, if I'm underwriting department, if I'm the computer system, and I see that, what's gonna make me say, okay, well that don't matter. It just happened 6 months ago. I'm gonna give you $10,000. I'm gonna give you $5,000. Like really? Like you should not be surprised if you get a denial. You should know. And if you're applying for credit and you don't know what's on your credit, you've already messed up. You should know what your credit looks like before you apply for anything. Car, house, credit card, loan. You should have already looked at it. If you're too cheap to spend $30 or $40, if it costs you that much to pull your credit, then you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that loan that you want. You really don't. And I'm gonna plug this up here to make sure that my phone doesn't die because I've been on my phone all freaking day. Okay, so hopefully that doesn't fall there. It's got kind of a little gangster lean, but I'll make sure I get all this. Okay, so you want to make sure that your credit looks a certain way, not just I got this score. If you've got negatives, if they're closed accounts, you need to know if you've got missed payments. Now there are some cases, or a lot of cases, where people have missed payments and they paid on time, but you wouldn't know that if you don't look at your credit. So a lot of people are trying to, put the cart before the horse. They're trying to go ahead and rush everything, because they got to buy this house in the next 30 days or 40 days or whatever like that. But you had to buy that house. You knew you were going to buy a house 6 months ago. You knew you were going to buy a house a year ago, but you didn't do proper planning. Now you're trying to rush everything and you end up making a lot of credit mistakes. I've seen people, finance cars or get new accounts when they're supposed to be closing on their house, on their mortgage, and you shouldn't do that. So that's a big red flag, a big risk to that bank that you're opening up new accounts and you didn't get the go ahead from them first when closing on the mortgage. So now you're a higher risk from actually doing that, from actually closing on your house because you want to rush and get a car or rush and get a credit card or rush and get another personal loan. Now, there are cases where the bank will tell you it's okay, but if you haven't got the go ahead, you should not be doing that. Also, please, please, please do not waste money on just paying off collections and paying off charge-offs because it will not help your credit. Yes, it can help you close on the house if that is like you're at the last minute, you got to get it done. But let the bank tell you that you need to pay it off. Don't just go and pay it off. Because they'll run your credit and they'll say, okay, if you pay this off, then we'll consider closing on it. But don't go out and pay $5,000, $10,000 on no loans or no charge-offs and then come to find out you didn't have to pay all that to get your house. Now, when it comes to credit cards and loans, you better not be paying off, like personal loans and all that, you better not be paying off no collections or charge-offs. It's better just to fix your credit. Whether you fix it yourself, fix it through a service, fix it through me, you need to fix that first. Do not pay it. Unless you just like wasting money. If you like wasting money, that's on you. You can do what you want. You don't gotta listen to nothing I say on that end. But I'm letting you know that you should not be just going out here paying off collections. I don't care who told you that. I don't care if they're famous, they got 1 million followers and all that. It's not something you should do. You're just wasting money. I've seen videos of people just by scrolling through, and I've seen videos of people talking about, yeah, you should pay them and you should give them, this money. If you do not get a pay for deletion letter, do not pay it. Do not pay it. You're just wasting money. I'm trying to tell you, I have people going through this right now who have wasted money, but because they didn't know. They thought they had to do all these things, and they did all these things, and they still can't close on their house. Still can't. To this day. But now I'm helping them with their credit, so hopefully they can close in the next month. Okay? Now, if you want to get a credit card or a loan, a personal loan, whether that is personal loan or a car loan, it's very, very easy to do if you understand the system. most of the credit cards that you get, and even some of the online loans you get, are done by a computer. They're not done by just a regular team of people. It's done by a computer system. So if you understand what they're looking for in the computer system, then you can increase your chances. There's not 100% chance in anything. Not when it comes to loans, not when it comes to credit cards. It's not like I know exactly what they're going to do. But if you have all these things that are clean, there's almost no way that you can get denied. If you have the history you need, if you meet the criteria of the history that you should have for excellence. Here's excellence. Inquiries. You should have 0 to a maximum of 2. Should not have more than that. That is excellence in that category, in inquiries. Accounts. Total number of accounts. In excellence, this is saying that you have to have this. I'm saying for you to be excellent in that category, you need to have 20 accounts. Over your lifetime, that's closed and open. 20 accounts is excellent in that category. Credit card utilization should be under 10%, not 30. That's for fair credit. If you want, don't listen to Credit Karma on that. That's just a good rule of thumb. Doesn't mean that it's excellent. If you want excellent, it should be between 0 and 9% in that category. For what's the other thing? Inquiries. Oh, collections. Of course, you should have any collections. Closed accounts, all of them should be good in good standing. If you have any closed accounts that are not in good standing, they need to be removed. Especially if you had history that was bad within the past 2 years, they need to go. Or it's going to hurt you with getting any type of financing, whether that's credit cards or loans. Okay? Need to have that done. Need to have that. Okay. As far as years of history, you want to have 9 years or more. If you want to be excellent in that category, 9 years or more. 5 years is great. That's good. If you want excellent, it needs to be at 9 years. Okay? Now, if you have all these things, you also need to add to this, because some people do this and they're like, well, I have AUs and I got all those things set up. But you need to have 3 open accounts that are revolving, not installment accounts. 3 open accounts that are revolving. I'm talking about excellent. Keep in mind, I don't need anybody battling me, going back and forth, saying, well, Jay, I did it this way and I got this. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about excellence. I'm not talking about that one time at band camp, you got a credit card. I'm talking about excellence. You need 3 primary accounts on your credit that are reporting that have at least 2 years of history for excellence. Can you have 6 months? Absolutely. You can get money. But if you want excellence, at least one of those 3 accounts need to have 2 years history on it. That's excellence. Now, you can go further than that. You can have 15 years of history, but everybody watching this ain't no 50-year-old person. Everybody watching this ain't 60 years old. A lot of people are 20, 30 years old. You may not have known this back until you started really building your credit. So if you have a good solid 2 years, maybe you open that Capital One card from back in the day. You open that Capital One card from a couple years ago. They gave you a $300 limit. But that also puts you in a position to have 2 years of history. Now combine that with getting some authorized users on your profile that fit your profile, then you can get funding. You can get funding that way. If you don't have that, I help you build that. But then I also know a lot of different banks that'll give you money that you may not know that even exists. So I do funding for people. Now, you can do that. You can do your own funding. But are you going to get what you want? Are you going to be able to max out what you want? Maybe, maybe not. I just do the funding. My funding fee on the back end is 8%. My funding application fee, $297. I'm not caring about what somebody else charges. I don't need to know what they charge. Really doesn't matter. Okay? Really doesn't matter what they charge. I'm telling you what I charge. 3%, I'm sorry, 8% on the back end for credit cards, 8% what you pay. So if I got you $100,000 in credit cards, you owe me $8,000. Up front is $297 for the application for you not to waste my time if I'm going to do it for you. But I'm giving you keys to give you funding if you want funding. See, I'm willing to give away stuff for free because I know there are going to be some people who don't want to do it. There'll be people who won't watch this video. There'll be people who are still going to pay me to do their funding, and I don't give away every single key, but I'm giving you all the keys. I'm not giving you all the banks that I deal with. That's my information. I have a lot of banks I deal with, but I will give you the keys. That way you know that you can get funding. Now, you can also use this for credit cards and, I'm sorry, not credit cards, personal loans. You can use it for buying a car to get the lowest interest rate. Because we all know you can get a car, even if you got repossessions and all that. They'll still give you a freaking car. But will you get the lowest interest rate? Right now, I got 3.84% on my vehicle. Now, I just found a new bank that goes as low as 2.7. And so I'm about to get another vehicle anyway. So I get to try them out, see if I can get this 2.7%, low interest rate. So, yeah, let me cut this on. That on? There we go. Now that's charging. Okay. So if you want to get proper funding, you need to do the work on your profile, whether you're doing it yourself, you're sending in letters, you're going through a process through a certain credit repair, company, or you're going through a credit repair person or whatever like that. You've got to make sure that you're doing your part, not just the repair part, and you're just sitting back and waiting for your credit to be finished. Like, what are you doing on your end? Let me say the things you got to do on your end for you to have a higher chance of getting approved when everything is done. Don't wait until everything's done to do these things. Okay? If you don't have primaries, get some primary accounts. Don't wait until your credit's fixed to get some primary accounts. You need to do some now. That's why there's programs out here. There's program cards you can get to build up your credit. If you don't know any primary programs, let me know. I'll give you the links. My assistant on here, Ashley, who's on the YouTube channel, she'll give you the link. If you're watching this on Instagram, you send me a message or DM. I will give you links on having some primary accounts if you don't already have 3. Because you want to be able to build up your credit while it's being repaired. It's like you're meeting it halfway. So you're building up history while you're deleting all the negative stuff off your credit. And you don't have to wait until all negative stuff is off. Then you're building up because now you've already lost months of time. If it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 months to fix your credit, then you've already built up 3, 4, 5, 6 months of primary history from some new accounts. All right, so that's going to, like, your score will be going up because you're building history up if you don't have any accounts in good standing. Now, if you already have more than 3 accounts that are going to stay on your credit while your credit's being repaired because they're in good standing, then you're okay. They've got some good history. You're good. No need to do that. But what you can do is those credit cards that you got, pay that stuff down. Pay that credit card utilization down. Get it down under 10%. That's something you can do to get your score boosted up while they're fixing the negative stuff. Also, on top of all that, you guys start being disciplined on your spending. Only spend what you can afford to spend. That might sound stupid, like, okay, Jay, I know that. But people are not doing that. They're still spending like they have all this money, and they don't. If they did, their credit card utilization would be a whole lot lower than what it is. So you have to stop the spending. You got to stop the bleeding, take that money, and pay some stuff down. That way you can get whatever your goals are. You ain't got to do it temporarily. Just do it temporarily until your credit is good. Then you can go finance whatever you need to finance and go back to living how you want to live. But for the moment of you building your credit or getting your credit fixed, like, just follow instructions. Think like It might sound crazy, but a lot of people don't really think. Think about the end goal. What you're trying to do with your credit. My end goal, let me say what my end goal is. My end goal is to have $1 million in credit cards. That's my end goal is to have $1 million in credit cards. My end goal is not to get to an 800 credit score. I'm already there. Not thinking about that. My goal is to have $1 million in credit cards. Well, Jay, why do you want to have $1 million in credit cards? Because I want to use all that money to invest. That way I don't have to go and just search for a loan. I can pull every dime off my credit cards. I don't care what credit card I have. I can teach anybody how to pull every dime off your credit card. And you don't have to do a cash advance to do that. Okay? But I can pull every dime off my credit card. I can invest it anywhere. I can buy some house, buy some properties. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to pay off my house with a credit card. I'm just going to pay it off. That way I have it. I own it. I have the deed to it. Now people say, well, why would you do that? You got a low interest rate on your house. You know, why would you go and get in debt or whatever like that and do that? Why do that? Because if I do that, then I can go ahead and not have a mortgage. Like, I have the deed. Like, how many people own deeds to their houses that are brand new, that are not like, like a foreclosed that they bought, something like that, but a brand new house? How many people actually have the deed? How many celebrities own their house? Just have it free and clear. Now, will I have credit card debt? Yeah. So what? I can spread it out between 50 to 100 different cards and still keep my balances low because I have very, very high limit cards. Now, own the house. So if anything ever happens to me financially, I own the house. Then I'll pay off some cars after I pay off the house. But I own the house. So I always have somewhere to live. I don't have to worry about renting. I don't have to worry about somebody coming to take it because I can definitely upkeep on the insurance. And I own my house. Now, if I want to invest in other places, I can take the money off a card and I can invest in more land. I can invest in some foreclosed houses. I can take money and invest inside of any type of venture, a store, a franchise. And it's not my money. It's credit card money. Now, if something was to happen to where all these credit cards go downhill, I can fix my own credit. If that was the case, I'm not going to do that. I'm not trying to mess it up. But if something was to happen, income-wise, I can just clean my whole credit file right back up. Take all them credit cards off, and I paid off my house. That's leverage. And this is worst case scenario stuff I'm talking about. So I'm telling you these things to I want you to understand how much power credit has. Like, literally, I can go out here and fund businesses. I can have money making me money over here. I have money in my Forex trading account over here. And I have money in my other Forex trading account over here. My other Forex trading account got money over here. I got Forex trading account over here. Then I own a Jamba Juice over here. I own Buffalo Wild Wings over there. I got a Smoothie King right over there. I got a Panera Bread over there. I got 4 houses in Florida. I got 2 houses in Georgia. I got 7 houses in Texas. Not using any of my own money. And own all of that shit. And still get to mess up my credit. And still own all that stuff. And then build my credit right back up. And then do it again. See, that's the type of power that you have with your credit. I got loans. I got a loan right now on a Tesla that I have right now. I have a credit card right now that lets me transfer loans, not just credit cards. I can take the whole balance off the car and put it on this credit card at 0% interest for 12 months and pay the Tesla off and own it. That's the type of power that you have. See, I don't think people understand that. Like, Credit is money. Credit is money. You gotta stop looking at what you were taught by people just jamming stuff in your mind telling you that credit's bad, having credit is bad. Now, if you got a bad mentality, you can mess your credit up. But the good thing about it is credit can be fixed. There's no credit situation that cannot be fixed. There are some that are really, really bad. Like, oh, damn. I've seen accounts that have 35 collection. Well, nope. Biggest one I saw was at 40, 41 or 47. I forgot. Collections and charge-offs. That's right, Mark. Get them pips. And thank you for that. We appreciate that, man, here at the channel. Mark just donated $15 to the YouTube channel. Salute to you, man. I appreciate anything that y'all give to the channel. If you want to give, you definitely can give. If I'm adding any value to your life, if you want to give something, you can. I don't think everybody is going to give and all that. But if you do want to give, hey, I definitely appreciate it. And, I don't take it lightly. And thank you for watching. And thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Now, that's right. That's right, B. Putting the chokehold on them pips. But you got to have the thought process that investing is good. Yes, investing is risky. But you want to know what's more risky? What's more risky than investing? Getting paid the same money you're getting paid right now. Getting that little $10, $20 an hour, whatever it is. Don't matter what it is. If you're getting paid and somebody else is controlling your pay, that's a negative. That's a negative. You've got to have something where you're getting paid when you don't work. You got to have something that you have where you're leveraging somebody else's time or money. In this case, credit cards. Are you leveraging credit cards in a proper way towards making you more money? Or are you just spending money? Okay, here's a good question. ACM Black, when you take it off your credit file, won't you still owe and face a garnishment? On what? How can you garnish me on a credit card? Show me how you can garnish a person's credit card. And you definitely can't garnish me on nothing because I don't have a job. So what are you going to garnish? You can't garnish my paycheck. I ain't got one. I file taxes every year and I pay none because I know every tax deduction there is for a business owner. So my income on paper is negative 200 and something thousand dollars. So how do you tax a negative number? You can't. So you get no freaking money from me. So I don't know what money you're gonna take from me personally, but where can you garnish a credit card? Now, if you owe on a car or something like that, they can actually put a judgment or something like that with you against the car or something and say whatever. With a credit card, they got to have a valid signature. I didn't sign nothing with my credit card. You can't go by no e-signature. It's not in the Credit Reporting Act. It doesn't say anything about an e-signature. It says you gotta sign with a pen. So if I didn't sign with a pen, you have no record of me signing anything. You can't show documentation I've signed anything, so all that debt is illegal. And because all that debt is illegal, then like all debt in this country is illegal. If you didn't know that, I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you need to study some sovereign stuff, maybe you need to go Google some stuff, okay? But all debt is illegal. You don't owe no man nothing but to love him in reality, not just a Bible scripture. So I can get any debt off. Debt don't matter. I can get any debt off. I don't owe nobody nothing. But I'm going to keep my credit good because I like what the credit power gives me. I'm just saying, if you're the type of person to where you really, really understood this credit game. In credit, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, or Asian. It does not ask you for your color on a credit card statement. I'm sorry, application. When you type, if you go look at any credit card application, it does not ask you if you black, white, Chinese. They don't give a crap. All they care about is that credit score and that credit history. What that credit do though? That's what they're looking at. What that credit look like. That credit look good? We got some money. So no longer can you talk about the man keeping you down and all that. I don't want to hear that crap when it comes to no credit. Don't say you couldn't get an apartment complex because the man did it. No, 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 no. Your credit was messed up and you ain't working hard enough. Because even if you got to work hard, you can get 3 or 4 jobs and qualify income-wise. Then you can get your credit fixed or get your credit intact to where you'll pass the credit check. So there's no reason why you can't live where you want to live. There's no reason why your credit card, or you shouldn't have, high limit credit cards that you can leverage. There's no reason why you can't go to jail, go to prison, and get out of prison and have $30,000 in credit cards and go start you a business and stop making this $5 a fucking hour. We might have to do it while you're on probation or parole for that little year or some shit like that. But after that, there's no reason why you should be down and out. There's no reason why you should have to go back to the trap and do some trap stuff. If you got credit, you know how to leverage that. You got to get the new crack. The new crack is credit. You want the new crack? Get that credit. You want some new girls, or if you an ugly guy, maybe you ugly, maybe you're too short, maybe whatever. I don't know. You want some girls? Get some credit. Credit bring you some money. Them girls gonna come. You a bald-headed scallywag, them ends can't grow out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can get that hair growth, that new serum, that wig, like that good-looking wig, not that little beauty salon wig y'all be buying that ain't worth nothing, but them real good wigs. You can get you a good wig, get you some money, get you a man if you want one. Get your money right. They pay attention. They'll pay attention. Like, I mean, I don't know what you want. I'm just speaking. I don't know what it is you want. What is it that you want? Because I promise you, if it's anything dealing with, like people say money can't buy love. Stop lying. It can. I don't care what anybody say. It can. You start looking good, because right now you're looking bad. Start looking real good. Man, put a wig on and look, get a gig. Cause some of these lace fronts look terrible. Looking like this right here, like on the front of their head, like they talking like this. Like, what's going on? Like, man, I know that's fake. I know that right there ain't your hair. Nothing wrong with that. But get you a good one. Get you a good lace front. Get you a good wig. You know what I'm saying? Get a good part in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell that stuff is synthetic. You know? Somebody will come up here and say, Jay, you need a haircut. I don't need no damn haircut. I'm good. Well, I'm good. I look good with my little scruffy self. I can get a haircut. Yeah, but why? To impress you? You want me to come on video and get all haircut? You want me to get an edge up and stuff to look good for you and give you some type of persona? Like I'm a preacher or something, a pastor or something like that, to show you that I'm stunting? For what? Do that for what? I ain't gonna stunt for the tube, stunt for the for what? I got on my Naruto hat, my Team 7 shirt, represent, you know what I'm saying, Team 7. Whatever, I don't care. You got to be you, son. Gotta be you. Man, I'm telling you, being you brings a lot of blessings. Stop trying to be somebody else. Be yourself. Anyway, back to the credit stuff. Back to the credit. There are a lot of banks out here, and I'm just adding more banks to my list. Man, I got another bank earlier this morning. They're giving out up to $50,000 on a personal credit card. $50K. Personal, not business. A personal credit card giving $50K. Man, I'm over here like, man, I'm about to do my own. I'm about to do financing. I'm about to do some credit card financing for myself. For myself. What day is it right now? It is the 22nd. My last credit card report's on the 25th. Probably wait about 2 or 3 days. About the 27th or 28th of this month, I'm doing my own credit card funding. Again, I did credit card funding back in December. It's now time for another round. I was gonna do it in June, but I wasn't ready. I did my wife's first. Now I'm doing mine. My wife already got hella bread. Now I'm about to do mine, and I'm going for $200,000 this time. That's my goal. If I get more, I'm still gonna keep going. I'm trying to get at least $200,000 in credit cards, and I think I might even try to do some of it live. Do some of it live where I'm actually showing you me getting some credit cards. So some of them I'm not going to show all of them. I'm going to show some of them. And I'm going for $200,000. Additional, not total. Additional. In the next week. My main goal is to have $1 million in credit cards by 2020. So this round, I'm doing 200,000. I'm gonna come back and do it again around January, February time. Try to get about 300,000 more. I'm gonna do it again probably around like July, August time of next year. Try to get another 400,000 at that time. And by the time I'm done throughout that year, I'm gonna have $1 million in credit cards. I'm not talking about checking lines of credit. I'm talking about credit cards. Just that by itself. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna show you so you can see it. Now I've already shown plenty of people. If you haven't been to my Instagram page yet, please go to my Instagram page, Instagram.com/JKnowsCredit. That way you can see people. I just showed the funding today. It got somebody a little $10,000 a day. I do this on a regular basis and know that particular funding wasn't even Navy Federal. Okay? But you have to be in the right mindset to invest in your credit. You got to be in the right mindset. You can't look at this as, a hookup, or you're trying to get the cheapest price. Because a lot of times you get cheap price, you're gonna pay to get cheapest price. You're gonna pay somehow, some way. You're gonna pay to get cheapest price. You have to have the mindset that if I fix my credit, even if it takes I got a service right now. It costs $79, and it costs $120 a month for 6 months to fix your credit. You get 6 months for free. So it's going to cost you a total of $800 over a 6-month period to repair your credit. Now, can it take longer? Yes, but you're only paying for 6 months. You're not paying for a year. You get a year total, but you don't pay for 6 months. So some people have results within 90 days. Have results. Some people are totally clean in 30 days. Some people are totally clean in 6 months. But you're breaking it down by payments. I have that service. And then I have the expungement service, where we can start fighting your erroneous accounts. Even if they're not erroneous, I can find the reason why they are erroneous. Now you might say, well, Jay, I had a late payment on this card. And I say, are you sure you had a late payment? You say, yeah. I'm gonna say, are you sure you had a late payment? They're gonna say, yeah. I'm gonna say, are you really sure you had a late payment? And they're gonna say, why do you keep asking me that? I'm gonna say, well, how can they prove you were late? Well, I pay online. Well, couldn't online have a discrepancy? Couldn't you have pressed enter and it didn't go through on their end, but it went through on your end? They said, well, yeah, that could have happened. But that's not what really happened. I said, I didn't ask you that. See, I know what to do with getting things removed from your report. I know how to work it. Even if you didn't do it. Like, even if you say, like, I hear people say, my sins are washed away. I'm clean. Well, why don't you say something for your credit? I don't owe nobody nothing. I ain't do nothing. All my credit's clean. What are you talking about? I don't have any negatives. I'm born again. My credit is born again. So there's a lot of different laws that you don't know that exist, but if you break them, you're going to jail. There's a lot of laws that you can work to your advantage. And if you know them, you can get out of jail. You can get out on things you did. You did it and still won't serve no time. Same thing goes with your credit. If you know the law of credit, the things that you could have actually done, but because of the way it's written in the law, they got to take it off your credit. Some of y'all right now, you ain't got no money. That's okay. You might be stuck in an industry. You might have went to school and got in the wrong industry and had no freaking idea. Now you need some money. Now you want to start a business. Get your credit right. Your credit can change your whole entire life within 6 months to a year. Literally, like, I haven't seen anything take off as fast as somebody getting their credit fixed and going to a whole nother level, except for somebody going viral on YouTube, Instagram, or something like that. Like 0 to 60, like bam, your credit fixed, you at like a 780. Next thing you know, bam, you got $100,000 in credit cards and loans. You got a new car. You closed on your house. You took $50K, invested in the business. The other $50K you got to play with and pay stuff up in advance. You got 6 months of your car and your house paid up and all your personal bills paid up because of your credit card. Now you can focus all your time on your business. Build your business up. Leave your job because you got 6 months to build your business up and make it work. Now all your businesses are taking off and all that. You're making money. Your house is paid up 6 months in advance. Like, it's instant. Like, it is that quick. Like, I'm not trying to talk no stupid shit to you right now. I'm telling you how fast it can happen. Like, it can really happen just like that. But no, you worried about how you look. You worried about what your friends gonna say. You worried about, this is stupid. This is, this ain't gonna work. You're nervous. You're not confident in your own business. You sitting here stutter stepping, and I stutter all the time. I have that Moses spirit. I stutter all the time, but I stutter my way to some money. See, you got to stop getting that. Like, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't look a certain way, I don't talk a certain way, I'm this color, I'm this. Yo, all that's bullshit. That's just to keep your ass sitting down. You got to stand up and understand, like, yo, your situation can change that fast. This ain't no game. Like, this stuff can really go from nothing to something. I done seen folks hit me up like, hey, bro, I got my wife an E-Class Mercedes. I got myself a S550. I bought a F-150 truck, and I started a business. And ain't paid me no money. Fantastic, bro. Salute to you, my ninja. Because it's not about me making the money. They could just listen to the game and apply the game. That's what's important. Are you going to apply the game? I'm gonna make money. Let me see what I got. Hold on, let me show you something. See, let me show you something real quick, man. I gotta pull up my computer real quick, man. Now I gotta show y'all something real quick. Let me show you something. This is got me. I done got myself all riled up here. Let me show something here. Hold on. Let me show something. Let's go somewhere real quick. Let me figure out something. Oh, y'all hold tight. Let me put this in real quick. Put this in. See if I can get on here real quick. See if it lets me in. No, I don't have it saved on this computer. Let's see. Because I'm talking to y'all on my iPad and my phone right now. So I'm trying to put it on my computer. I barely get on the computer, so. Oh, I changed that password. Just float me for 1 second. Try to pull this up for you in real time. Nope. What password did I use? No, I changed the password. Trying to figure out the password. I'm determined to figure out too. See if I can do this. Is that it? No. Dang it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show it on Instagram. I'm actually gonna pull it up and show. Actually, let me get my other computer. Hold on. I have do this real quick. I really want to show this. So I have two computers up here. See, I have another MacBook, another computer on there. Can't get it. See, I'll show y'all here too. I got a computer right there and a computer over here. So I'm actually trying to pull it up. So y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me for a second as I see if I can get it on this other computer. Maybe I have it saved on this one. I really love to show y'all this and thank y'all for your patience. Let's see if I can get this going. There we go. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Go ahead and do that. Let's see. Hey, how we doing? How we doing? Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you go back and replay it. If you're just now joining us. Go back and replay. But if it doesn't pull up, I'm not gonna waste any time, too much time. But if it doesn't pull up fast, I will just post it on Instagram later. Right now we're on Instagram and YouTube. And let's see if I can get this sitting a little bit higher so y'all can see here on YouTube. Back again. Okay. All right, so let's see if I can pull this up on my computer. Hopefully I have it saved. Password Tesla for free. I like it. But see, I have it saved here on my devices, but I don't know if I have it here. Y'all leave me alone. But anyway, I'm still gonna post it on Instagram so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I do a lot of things to motivate people, to encourage them to do better. And that's something I just do because that's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about people waking the fuck up. Like, that's what I'm passionate about. Like, and I'm talking about that fake woke. I ain't talking about that, I'm woke as fuck, man. I know about the whole black, I know about the pyramids. We go back to Africa. We had gold on our eyes and shit. And I ain't talking about that kind of woke. I'm talking about that. Nothing wrong with being woke like that. Nothing wrong with knowing about where you come from and your spirit and your aura and all that and energy. Nothing wrong with that shit. I want to make that clear. But that ain't what I'm talking about as far as being woke. I'm talking about being woke to this fucking money. I'm about being woke to how they have the system set up for us to win, not to lose. Not this time. People talk about losing all the time. They got set up to lose. No, right now, you're set up to win. You're just blinded by all the people around you who only focus on losing, and you're not around the right energy and the right people who are winning, who are the same color, from the same background, who had both parents die like you, who went to a foster home like you, who went through depression like you. You don't get around those type of people. You get around all these dumbass motherfuckers around here who just woe is me and who don't know how to get through a struggle. Get around some of these new age people who don't know nothing, who are just entitled, who don't know how to work through struggles, so they have no basic street or life skills, and you let that determine you being on depression pills or some stupid shit like that. And I'm not saying depression ain't real. I'm saying that a lot of the people are depressed about is bullshit because they don't know they don't really have people around them for them to be motivated about anything, about life. They don't have that example. I'm giving you an example right now. I don't give anybody excuses. You will not get handouts from me. You will not get no fucking pity parties from me. I come from the bottom. There's nothing you can tell. I've lost it all and made it all back. There's nothing you can tell me that gives you the right to be stuck where the fuck you are. There's nothing that gives you that right. Nothing. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't care how it happened, what happened. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care who died. I don't care what disease you got. I don't care if it's cancer. I don't care if you dying tomorrow. What the fuck you doing today? You want me to cry? You ain't dead yet. But see, most people, all they want to do is be tickled. They want to be, they want to feel good. If you want to feel good, then you go play with yourself or go find somebody to play with you. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to talk about your insecurities. I'm here to talk about what is causing you why aren't you winning? Why aren't you working? Why weren't you up at 7 o'clock? Why'd you get up at 11 o'clock this morning on a Monday? Why'd you get up at 11 o'clock knowing you got no fucking job? Why'd you get up at 8 o'clock and rush to work? Why didn't you get up and work on your business first before you went to work? Because you don't want to leave that job much you say you want to leave that fucking job. You're just talking. You want your credit right. Why aren't you focusing on getting the money to pay whoever the fuck is going to fix your credit, whether that's me or Johnny or Bill or Susie or yourself? Why didn't you write a letter today? Where's your credit repair letters at? Why didn't you find some templates? Why didn't you find some free templates to download and write? Well, you can't type? You typing at your job? You texting? Are you doing it one hand? Are you driving and still trying to text? What's the problem? You can't write a business plan? You got a 30-minute drive to work. You can text? Why don't you voice record your book you want to write? Why don't you voice record your goals? Hey Siri, make a note. I need to write a business plan tonight by 7 o'clock. Okay.
Before I can help with that, you'll need to enable personal requests.
That's
Open
my
the Home app on iPhone and go to Home Settings, then tap your name.
Y'all hear that? That's my Apple Pod talking to me right now. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 3:03 p.m.
She do everything. You making excuses. You ain't even gotta write nothing. You say, hey Siri, make a note. She makes a note.
Before I can help with that, you'll need to enable personal requests.
But that's on my Apple
Open the
HomePod.
Home app on iPhone
Hey Siri, stop.
and go to Home.
But see, you making excuses. For who though? Who you making excuses for? It ain't for me. People call me, hey Jay, yo bro, let me tell you what the deal is. So what had happened was, bro, I don't care about what happened. What happened don't matter. Why are you trying to make yourself look, if you're calling me to get your credit repaired, I don't care about how it happened. I am not judging you based on your credit. They do that shit when they run your credit. That's not my job to judge your credit. You're calling me. I'm in business because of you. You don't need to tell me to make yourself look better in my eyes. Because you might talk to me for a month or 2 months or 3 months. After that, you may not talk to me ever again. You may only watch me on Instagram or YouTube. That's it. You ain't got to see me. You ain't got to never meet me. But when you apply for that credit, they're going to pull that shit. That's who's going to judge you. Not me. Jay, I need my credit fixed. What I got to do? Great. Let me look at your credit, evaluate it. Okay, sir, you have this, and this. Okay, Jay, see what happened, why I got that, why I had so many late payments was because my mom was in surgery. And when she was in surgery, I had to pay her bills and pay bro, I don't care. That don't matter. I'm just trying to get rectified and fix whatever you want me to fix. Stop trying to look. You coming in for a loan to the bank. If you're coming in for a loan most of the time, you need money to pay something or pay something off or leverage it or whatever. Unless they ask you what the money is for, ain't no point in telling them. If they ask you, tell them. I'm not asking you nothing about fixing your credit. About, well, why did you get so many late payments? Why does it matter, bro? Fix my fucking credit. That's what you should say. If anybody asks you that question, who fixing your credit, hang up the phone. Because they're trying to be nosy. They ain't trying to fix no credit. They're trying to have a conversation about something that don't matter. Just like, yo, fix my damn credit, bro. It don't matter what the fuck happened. See, that's what matters, right? Yo, let's get into fixing your credit. Let's not focus on problems. Let's focus on solutions. I'm not a problem person. I am a solutionist. You got it? Let's fix it. So here's the solutions for you. I'm trying to get to what the problem is only because I'm trying to have something click for you to start doing solution thinking. So why aren't you working on your credit? Why aren't you working on self to make yourself more happy? Why are you depressed? Why are you just going through life? Why are you living for Friday? Why are you sad and depressed all the time, even when people are around you? Why do you think people are out to get you? Why are you living for likes? Why don't you have any real friends? Why don't you go the fuck outside sometimes? Why are you always in the house? Why don't you ever talk to anybody? Why don't you ever communicate to people, let them know what is wrong with you? Why are you so deep inside your own thinking where you think people are always looking at you and looking at what you're doing wrong? Only you. I'm not here to do that for you. What you gonna do? You gonna let life keep passing you by? You gonna keep blaming everybody else but yourself? You gonna still watch this video like you watch every other motivational speaking or anything like that? You're just gonna listen to it and be like, yo, that was good. That boy good. That boy good. Look at that boy. That boy real good. That what you gonna do? Everything to you is a joke. It's just, another good person talking, preaching. That's it. That's all it is to you. So you keep playing with life. This ain't no game. Your time will fly by and it will keep flying by. You're going to keep saying what if. And there's a lot of dreams that live in that graveyard. A lot of dreams that die in the graveyard. There's a lot of great thinkers out there who ain't do shit. And all them dreams are down there in the graveyard because of a person scared to post something because what somebody else is going to say about their post. That's how we living now. We're living just based on likes. Based on how many people are viewing the video. That's how we living now. That's how we view self-worth now. We done got off of credit. Now we view self-worth based on how many folks looked and liked my video. So we keep pressing their little scroll refresh button to see how many people liked, how many folks is viewing. We're not looking at what are we actually worth when you get offline. When you offline, what are you worth? What's your net worth? What's your net worth? What are you investing in? What is paying you when you offline? If everything you make is online, that's great. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying you got to live with you when you get off the computer. How is your life when you're not on the computer? When you're not behind the screen name? How is your life? How is your life? Are you living life to the fullest? Or is it just passing you by? Only you can answer that question. I can't answer that for you. Because you got to live with you. You sleeping at night or you not sleeping because you got to have sleeping pills. Because you got 17 pills that you got to take every day. Don't get old and you have all these pills you got to take because you weren't disciplined when you were younger. See, a lot of things are going to catch up. It's going to catch up. Today is what matters. What you doing today? You got no plans today? You don't have no goals for the day? Make some now. Don't be like, I'm gonna start tomorrow. No. Start now. You got nothing to do. You got no plans anyway. So you might as well go ahead and put some plans down for the rest of the day. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock here where I'm at. Some of y'all on the West Coast, it's only what? Noon? It's noon 11. 12:11, where you at? Or if it's 3:11, where you at? Goals. What are your goals for the rest of the day? Get some. Find some. You got to go to Walmart after you get off work? Damn it, go to Walmart. But what else you going to do? What you going to do at 7 o'clock? 8 o'clock? 8:30? What you going to do? You going to still be talking about the same thing? Oh, you got to rush home and watch your show? Okay, great. You got time to watch your show. That's great. Not telling you not to watch TV. That's your time. That's your time. But you can't watch TV every night. You got to be investing some time towards something that is goal-oriented and not just watching TV, because you can DVR that shit. You can watch it probably on YouTube. Somebody's going to record it with their phone. Might be the best quality, but you can find it. You know? So you got to be in the mindset like, yo, I got to get this stuff done. And if you're young, oh my goodness. Like if you're young, I'm 36. I ain't got time. If you older than 36, man, you better get to work. If you're younger than 36, my goodness, if you're not even 25 yet, man, you do you know? Like my goal was to be 6 figures when I hit 25. You know, you can be a millionaire now at 25. Like before, I know 22-year-old millionaires. 22. And ain't because of basketball. And don't even have an online account. No social media. Y'all got social media, y'all can make money. Oh man, I'm just very passionate, and I know some of y'all ain't gonna really get it. You don't get it. You don't get like how much I want the next motherfucker to win. The next, not me. I'm gonna win because I'm gonna work. I want the next motherfucker to win. How many folks you know openly say they want the next motherfucker to win? I want the next woman or man to win. If you're like, oh, see, some of y'all offended. I ain't no motherfucker. See, that's, you don't even, you can't even hear the message because you're focused on the language. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. They're focusing on enunciating and pronunciating and all these big words and shit that don't fucking matter, that don't pay you unless you're on a game show. And they don't hear the message. They don't hear their kids when they're talking. They don't hear their friends who are saying stuff because they're not saying it the proper way or the way they should hear it or the way it should be typed or because there's a typo in the words. You're focused on the wrong things. See, the whole idea of masking shit is to get your attention on all these other things that don't matter. Geometry. Have you ever used geometry in your life? In real life, when you went to 9th or 10th grade geometry, are you applying any of that shit today? Any of it? Geometry. I'm going to give you 11 seconds to tell me where you're applying geometry in your life right now that you spent the whole 6 months learning. I watched CJ Yourself, and then I went to Sterling. You got 700 credit score. That's what I'm talking about. See, just following. Just following. But see, if you don't really evaluate the things you're being taught naturally, are they fucking working is all I care about. You can show me all these degrees and thermometers that have degrees on it, and that don't mean shit to me. That don't mean nothing. You can give me all this country club talk, how you talk on the golf course with your buddies and yeah, yeah, buddy, we did this and no, man, it was great. Use all them big words and all that then. But see, where's the application? I'm all about application. What can you apply that you learned in high school to today? Not just biology. I'm sorry, not just geometry. The whole 4 years you were in high school, what are you applying to today? I'm not talking about elementary school, you learn the basics of math. 1 + 1. I'm talking about when you were in high school. What did you learn in high school that you're applying to today at your job? Not when it comes to friend interaction, because you didn't learn that shit in school. That was a byproduct of you being around other people in school. But what you actually learned in school, in high school, what can you apply to today? I'm going to give you 12 seconds for anybody to respond. Critical thinking and writing. So you didn't learn how to write when you were in elementary school? You didn't learn how to critically think when you were in elementary school? I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm really asking that question. You didn't learn how to use critical thinking and writing in elementary school. Your parents didn't teach you critical thinking. They didn't teach you how to think before you act by whipping your ass. That wasn't critical. You got to refine those skills. Right, okay? I got that. You got to refine those skills. But when you learn the basics, you didn't learn that there. You learned that before then. That's the point. But what are you applying to that job? What are you applying to that job? See, a lot of people just want to, really, I like people to think. That's the critical thought too. It's critical thinking. I like you to think. Okay, first year in college. What did you learn the first year in college that you're applying to today? First year in college, what you learned? That you're applying at your job right now in your first year of college. Second year of college, what did you learn that you're applying at your job right now today? Learn how to do it up. But I just want people to think. I just want folks to think. Really think about that. But anyway, not gonna take everybody's time. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back with some more videos for you. Some actual posted videos on YouTube and some more lives as well on Instagram and on YouTube. Y'all have a fantabulous day. J Knows Credit signing out.